Hoops UK, the rise of basketball in the UK. A revolution that began an untold story of British basketball where sweat, dreams and greatness all began. This is Hoops UK. Basketball was first invented in Canada by an instructor called James Naismith. For over 180 years, basketball has been played in the UK, when it was introduced in England in 1892 by the president of the Young Men's Christian Association, YMCA, in Birkenhead. Early games were played in YMCA gyms, and the sport gradually began to be included in school physical education programs. The first recorded game in the UK took place at Birkenhead, YMCA, on October 23, 1893. The Amateur Basketball Association of England, ABAE, was established in 1936, which later became Basketball England. This body helped enforce rules and organise competitions. During this period, the sport remained amateur, with local leagues and competitions being the primary venues for play. The National Basketball League, NBL's establishment in 1972 marked a significant step towards professionalising the sport in the UK. The 1980s and 1990s saw increased media coverage and the growth of basketball culture, influenced by the popularity of the NBA in the United States. In 1985, Michael Jordan visited the Brixton Recreation Centre as part of a Nike sponsorship deal. Jordan's visit generated excitement and media coverage of the sport, which later introduced the British Basketball League.
Today, they welcome to England a special guest, a man by the name of Michael Jordan. Welcome to Britain. Is this your first trip to Europe?
Yes, well, not to Europe, but to London, England.
London.
Yes.
Now, I believe you've been touring Europe. What do you think of the standards of basketball?
Here, being in this area, I can tell that basketball is becoming a very big interest here, and in a couple of years it's going to be a major interest, and hopefully, we're going to have a lot of future basketball players.
What do you think of the centre you see in here and the amenities here for basketball?
It's very, very nice facilities here. It's a lot better than some places in the States, and I think just give a positive attitude to the kids around here.
And how do you think about the feeling of having, say, Brixton as a National League Division 2 team in the community? What effect do you think that might have on the community?
Well, it gives a lot of kids around here something to do instead of just being around the streets doing nothing. They can come join the leagues and play the game of basketball, and I guess have some goals, set some goals, and try to reach those goals and into a positive way of thinking.
Y'all guard me, man. This way. Move your head. This way, Josh. This way.
In 1987, when the British Basketball League was first formed, it experienced a surge in popularity. This league was designed to enable British basketball players to compete at the highest levels in the UK. However, the league struggled financially, which prevented the sport's growth in the UK. In 1988, Portsmouth was the first team to win the BBL Championships, marking the first major accomplishment in the league's history. 1980s was a period of growth in popularity and commercialism, and games being aired on television and sponsors such as Lego, Playboy, Paygot and Budweiser. The Manchester Giants had a record of 14,251 fans at the Ninix Arena against the London Leopards, setting a huge record of the largest attendance in the basketball games in 1995 to 1996. Despite the initial success, the 1990s also brought challenges. The collapse of ITV Digital has a significant financial impact on the league. Many franchises struggled to recover from the lost revenue. London clubs dominated the league during this period, with teams like London Towers, Crystal Palace and the Greater London Leopards sharing success. While the 1990s had its difficulties, British basketball continued to evolve. The BBL remains the highest level of play in the country, contested by 10 teams from England and Scotland. The league runs additional knockout competitions alongside the BBL Championship, including the BBL Cup, BBL Trophy and the end of BBL playoffs. To present day, the BBL's popularity has risen in the UK, with the NBA being a huge factor. The NBA's global reach has significantly increased the visibility of basketball in the UK. Regular season games, playoffs and the NBA Finals are broadcasted on TV and online platforms, allowing British fans to follow their favourite teams and players. Fast forward to the present, the BBL's popularity has surged. Teams like the Leicester Riders and London Lions now represent the UK in European competitions. The Lions even played in the Euro Cup, the second-tier continental tournament. Exposure across Europe is a bridge to the top table of European basketball. The game changer, big names Sam Dekker and Costa Koufos, both NBA veterans, now wear the Lions colours. Their presence adds star power and attracts fans. The salary cap restraints that once hindered ex-NBA players are loosening, and British basketball is reaping the benefits. Moving on to women's basketball, the WBBL was founded in 2014 with the aim of creating a high-quality professional women's league in the UK. This league was designed to create a crucial part in women's sporting society. Basketball was a varsity sport in the University of Kentucky. However, during the time, the university abolished it, considering it was too strenuous for women. Fortunately, it made a comeback at the university in 1971, and it returned as a club sport. Feaster became the program's first coach, playing a vital role of bringing basketball back to the university. She helped pave the way to participate in organised basketball again. Over time, women's basketball began to gain acceptance and recognition. The establishment of the Women's British Basketball League, WBBL, in 2014 further contributed to the growth of women's basketball in the UK. It provided a platform for female players to compete at a high level, and it continues to rise across the country. In conclusion, women's basketball has come a long way from overcoming many obstacles and celebrating achievements. It continues to thrive, inspiring future generations of players and fans. Today, the league stands as a testament to the game's enduring appeal, with homegrown talent and international stars alike, captivating audiences and inspiring the next generation. A recent study shows that basketball is now the second most played sport among children aged 11 to 15-year-olds. Achievements. During the 2023 to 2024 season, the London Lions win the BBL Championship, marking their third title and the most recent major accomplishment in the league. 2014, the Women's British Basketball League, WBBL, is launched in partnership with Basketball England, expanding the reach of sport to female athletes. According to the Sport England Active Life Survey, 232,400 people aged 16 and above play basketball at least twice a month. 46,000 females aged 16 and above also play basketball at least twice a month. Basketball England has over 34,000 licensed members playing in 675 affiliated clubs across local and national leagues. There are 1,124 licensed coaches in Basketball England, with 759 qualified for the National League. The organisation also has 959 officials, including referees, table officials and statisticians. 31% of the officials are female. London Lions women team win the Euro Cup, being the first ever winners. As the sun sets on courts across the UK, the legacy of British basketball continues to grow. Its journey is far from over, but its impact is undeniable.
This is basketball.
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 This is the rise of British basketball in the UK.